Hey, sixth grade. So you have written many, it seems like, many different algebraic expressions, and each one has required the use of one of these four operations. I have addition, which leads itself into subtraction, and multiplication, which also goes hand in hand with division. And like we have talked before, you guys, addition and subtraction and then multiplication and division are inverse operations. They're the opposite of each other. So I want you to write an algebraic expression, or I'm sorry, write a sentence, like a sentence with words, for each one of these algebraic expressions. We have 3.45 times n. We're going to have n over 7 and n plus 12. I'll give you a little clue, or I'll give you one answer, and then I want you to pause the video and write the rest in your binder. So for the first one, 3.45 n times n is just very simply 3.45 times n. And now you need to write your two sentences for n divided by 7 and n plus 12. In this video, you're going to have a few vocabulary words, so make sure that you get them in your notes. The first one is numerical coefficient. Had to make sure I spelled that correctly. And that is a number or quantity, because we've learned that those two words are kind of interchangeable, a number or quantity that is multiplied by a variable in an algebraic expression. All right, so a numerical coefficient is a number or quantity that is multiplied by a variable in an algebraic expression. And then your second vocabulary word, oh my gosh, constant. There we go. Constant, and it is a number or quantity that does not change its value. So make sure you pause this and you get all of this in your notes, because when you evaluate an algebraic expression, you have to determine the value of that expression, and you will substitute the given values for the variables, and then you have to simplify the expression using the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. So that's a whole lot of fancy math talk, and you're probably wondering what that even means, and I promise it is not as bad as it sounds. So we're going to start with this algebraic expression right here, and it's 3, rats, did it again. Dang. Let's get my pen. All right, so we're going to get going with this algebraic expression of 3x minus 4 if x, that's an x, I promise, if x equals 10. So first we have to substitute 10 for the x. So we have 3 times 10 minus 4. Now we have we have to follow the order of operations, so we'll start by multiplying 3 times 10, which gets you 30. Bring down your 4. So now you have 30 minus 4, which equals 26. So in those few short steps that you see there on your screen, you just did everything those fancy mathematical sentences told you to do, and you didn't really even realize it. So I told you it wasn't as bad as it all sounds. So let's try another one. Let's get rid of this work, and we'll do another. So if we have 7 plus 5a, and if a equals 20, what are we going to get? So first of all, we have to rewrite the equation, except we have to replace a with 20. We don't have any, I mean, we have our parentheses, but that's just so we can multiply. No exponents, so now we multiply or divide. So 5 times 20 equals 100. Bring down your little 7 there. 7 plus 100 equals something. And now we move on to adding or subtracting, and that's all we have is adding, so 7 plus 100 equals 107. Not too tricky, huh? Especially after all of those big whatevers, big fancy talk. So, I want you to solve 3 algebraic expressions on your own in your notes, and then you're done. This video is pretty short and sweet. So your first one is 10 minus z equals something or another, and in this case z equals 8. Number 2 is 5 minus y over 4, or y divided by 4, and y equals 2. And then number 3, 11 minus s, and s equals 2. So make sure you solve those, show all of your work in your binder, and I'll see you all in class.